Sons of Anarchy. This video compresses information gathered from Wikipedia in video format. Studies prove that reading while listening improves comprehension, increases speed as well as expands vocabulary and enhances fluency. Video sections. Abstract. Series overview. Cast and characters. Elements. Production. Reception. Music. Other media. Broadcast. External links. Give your feedback on the comments section. Support the channel by subscribing and liking the video. Thanks. Abstract. Sons of Anarchy is an American action crime drama television series created by Kurt Sutter that aired from 2008 to 2014. It follows the lives of a close-knit outlaw motorcycle club operating in Charming, a fictional town in California's Central Valley. The show stars Charlie Hunnam as Jackson, Jax Teller, who is initially the vice president and subsequently the president of the club. After discovering a manifesto written by his late father, John, who previously led the MC, he soon begins to question the club, himself, and his relationships. Love, brotherhood, loyalty, betrayal, and redemption are consistent themes throughout the show. Sons of Anarchy premiered on September 3, 2008, on the cable network FX. The series' third season attracted an average of 4.9 million weekly viewers, making it FX's highest-rated series at the time, surpassing its other hits The Shield, Nip Tuck, and Rescue Me. The Season 4 and 5 premieres were the two highest-rated telecasts in FX's history. The sixth season aired from September 10, 2013 through December 10, 2013. The seventh and final season of the series premiered on September 9, 2014. The series finale premiered on December 9, 2014. This series explored vigilantism, government corruption, and racism, and depicted an outlaw motorcycle club as an analogy for human transformation. David LaBrava, a real-life member of the Oakland chapter of Hells Angels, served as a technical advisor, and also played the recurring character Happy Loman, the club's assassin. In November 2013, Sutter indicated that he was in talks with FX to make a Sons of Anarchy prequel set in the 1960s. In February 2015, he said he would not begin work on the prequel, which is likely to be titled The First Nine. In November 2016, FX announced the development of a spin-off series, Mayans Monsieur C, that is centered around the titular Latina club, which premiered its first season in 2018. The show was renewed for a second and third season. Series overview. Each season involved parallel plotlines that intertwine and overlap, centering on both the personal and family life of Jackson, Jax Teller, Charlie Hunnam, and on SAMCRO, Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club. Redwood Original. SAMCRO is involved with gun running in the western United States, and deals with rival gangs, politicians in the authorities. As vice president and later president of SAMCRO, Jax struggles to manage the club and the legacy of its founder, his late father John Teller. He is frequently at odds with his stepfather, Clay Morrow, who has taken over the club since John's death, and is also now married to Jax's mom and John's widow, Gemma Teller Morrow. Jax also grapples with his relationships with his high school sweetheart, Tara Knowles, and his best friend, Oppie Winston. SAMCRO is said to emulate the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. The series includes special guest appearances by David LaBrava, Happy, Chuck Zito, Frankie Diamonds, Rusty Coons, Quinn, and Sonny Barger, Lenny, the Pimp Janowitz, who are real Hells Angels members. The series begins with the destruction of a warehouse the club uses to store and assemble guns, which is their main source of income, by a rival MC right before the overdose of Jax's methamphetamine-addicted ex-wife Wendy. An emergency C-section is performed, and their son Abel is delivered 10 weeks prematurely. Jax finds his father's memoirs when he visits a storage unit to collect some old baby clothes. John Teller, Jax's father, was one of the founders of SAMCRO, and the book describes his trials with and hopes for the club. Jax's mother, Gemma Teller Morrow, is now married to the president of SAMCRO, Clay Morrow. Jax's best friend Opie has just been released from prison for serving time for a club-related crime. The first season deals with Jax trying to reconcile things happening to the club with what he reads in his father's memoirs, Opie trying to take a lesser role in the club, and local and federal law enforcement trying to shut down SAMCRO. White separatists called the League of American Nationalists, Lone, arrive in Charming. Lone's leader Ethan Zobel and Zobel's enforcer, A.J. Weston, seek to drive the Sons of Anarchy from Charming. To send a message to SAMCRO, Zobel orchestrates to have Gemma kidnapped and gang-raped by Weston and 2 others. Due to the improper handling of an internal problem, the rift between Clay and Jax continues to widen as Jax challenges most of Clay's decisions and comes to a head when a lone car bomb nearly kills another member of SAMCRO. The second season sees SAMCRO battling Lone for control of Charming. Jax and Clay veering further apart in their individual visions for the club, and evading the ever-present threat of the ATF. Gemma has been hiding in Rogue River, Oregon with Tigger, the home of Gemma's father, Nate Howell Holbrook, who suffers from dementia. Gemma struggles when she takes Nate to his new assisted living home, and he pleads to be taken back to his house. She returns to Charming to reunite with her grandson, unaware he has been kidnapped. The return of ATF agent Stahl twists the facts about the murder of Donna. Stahl attempts to make a deal with Jax behind the club's back. Father Kellen Ashby's sister, Maureen, contacts Gemma at Ashby's request and tells her Abel is safe in Belfast upon learning of her grandson's abduction. Gemma suffers a cardiac arrhythmia and collapses in the Teller Morrow lot. After the club returns from Ireland and brings home Abel, Agent Stahl double-crosses Jax and tells the club about the side deal Jax made with her, unaware that Jax and the club had it planned all along, knowing Stahl would back out of the deal. Jax, Clay, Bobby, Tig, Juice and Happy are hauled away to jail, while Opie, Chibs, and the prospects are all en route following Stahl. Opie kills Stahl to avenge the death of his wife, Donna. The imprisoned SAMCRO members leave the penitentiary after their 14-month stay and are met by Lieutenant Eli Roosevelt of the San Joaquin Sheriff's Department, the new law enforcement presence in Charming. They also discover that Sheriff Hale has become the mayor. U.S. Attorney Lincoln Potter seeks Lieutenant Roosevelt's help to build a RICO case against SAMCRO in retaliation for the death of Veronica Pope, Leroy's girlfriend, who was also the daughter of powerful Oakland kingpin Damon Pope. The Niners attack SAMCRO and ambush a cargo shipment. With the death of Piney Winston and the growing conflict between the Niners and SAMCRO, along with several home invasions targeting people linked to the club, Jax is forced to meet with Damon Pope to face a new threat unlike anything SAMCRO has ever faced. Following the arrest of Tara and Clay, Jax struggles to hold SAMCRO together while Tara is imprisoned. Torek approaches both Tara and Clay and offers them deals in exchange for giving up SAMCRO. Both initially refuse, but Clay later relents when confronted with being thrown into the prison's general population and assuredly being killed by inmates paid off by Damon Pope's men as a retaliation for Pope's murder. Juice returns to Charming after helping Bobby relocate after stepping down as VP, which angers Chibs, who doesn't believe Juice has been punished enough for talking to cops and later beats Hi Monsieur. With the death of Clay, Gemma and Nero's romance becomes stronger. Tara is murdered and the tables get turned for the club. Jax struggles with his recent loss and turns himself into the authorities. While in jail, Jax makes decisions that radically alter the direction of the club and uses it to exact revenge for the death of his wife. With Bobby's death in the ensuing war, the hate and lies are fueled, created by Gemma and Juice, who are on the run and hiding from the club. After Jax learns the truth, he works to make things right with all parties involved. The series ends with Jax making the ultimate sacrifice to complete his part of the story of SAMCRO and fulfill his father's vision. Cast and characters. Sons of Anarchy is the story of the Telemoro family of Charming, California, as well as the other members of Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club, Redwood Original, SAMCRO, their families, various Charming townspeople, allied and rival gangs, associates, and law agencies that undermine or support SAMCRO's legal and illegal enterprises. The series begins with SAMCRO being led by Clay Morrow, his stepson Jax Teller as vice president, Tig Traeger as sergeant-at-arms, Bobby Munson as secretary, treasurer, and Juice Ortiz as their intelligence officer. Other members rounding out the club were Chibs Telford, formerly of Sam Belfast, Oppie Winston, the son of first 9-member and SAMCRO advisor Piney Winston, and Half Sackeps, the charter's prospect. They often cross paths with Deputy Sheriff Hale, a classmate of Jax's who grew up on the other side of the law, and his boss, Sheriff Unser, who is on the club's payroll. Jax, a new father, deals with his ex-wife Wendy case and is reunited with his high school sweetheart, Tara Knowles, while Opie tries to return to a life of normalcy for his long-suffering wife Donna Winston. Elements. The Sons of Anarchy, SOA, is an outlaw motorcycle club with many chapters in the United States as well as overseas. The show focused on the original and founding mother chapter, Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club, Redwood Original, referred to by the acronym SAMCRO or SAMCRO, located in San Joaquin County, California, in the fictional town of Charming, which appears to be near Stockton, adjacent to the Telemoro auto mechanic shop. Its nickname is reflected in the original title for the show, Forever SAMCRO, led by President Clay Morrow. The club protects and controls Charming through close community relationships, bribery, and violent intimidation. In the early seasons they are vehement about keeping hard drugs and drug dealers out of Charming. They also attempt to keep the peace between the various racially divided gangs, particularly the Mayans, Niners, and the Chinese drug syndicate. They also do not tolerate sex criminals. The club's leadership are supporters of the IRA. High school friends John Teller and Piermont Piney Winston co-founded SAMCRO in 1967 on returning from the Vietnam War. After the birth of John's sons with his wife, Gemma, they settle in Gemma's hometown of Charming. It is never officially stated where the club was originally founded, but after settling in Charming, it becomes the head seat of the club's various charters. 6 of the Redwood Original 9, or first 9 members were Vietnam vets, with only Lenny Janowitz, the club's third member and original sergeant-at-arms, alive at the end of the series. The other first 9 included Chico Villanueva, Otto Moran, Wally Grazer, Thomas Whitney, Clay Morrow, Piney's prospect, and Keith McGee, an Irishman who went on to found and preside over SAMBEL. Club members wear vests known as cuts. The SOA patch on the back is a Grim Reaper holding a crystal ball with the anarchist circular symbol, and wielding the Reaper's traditional scythe, the handle of which has been replaced by the M16 rifle that the founders wielded in Vietnamese year. Only full members can wear the patch, and many of them also have it tattooed on their backs or aspects of it on their arms. Cuts also bear patches identifying charter membership. Other smaller patches have specific meanings, such as Men of Mayhem, which is worn by club members who have spilled blood on the club's behalf. First 9 worn by the original 9 members, and those for the president, vice president, sergeant-at-arms, secretary. Whenever conducting club business, the members always wear their vests. One notable exception to this is during the course of Season 4. When a number of SAMCRO members are on parole and must cover their cuts in public to avoid identifying as members of the Sons. Female characters, such as Tara, Ima, and Lila, are seen wearing t-shirts that sport the name Sons of Anarchy or SAMCRO. But nobody outside of the club wears cuts or is seen wearing clothing with the symbol or Reaper image. Kelly Jones was the costume designer for all the seasons. Due to its popularity, replicas of the vests, with the same style of top pockets, zips and button clasps, have become popular on various auction sites. The Sons ride customized Harley-Davidson Dyna motorcycles. Each rider customizes his own bike to his individual style. However, they all paint their bikes black and most sports T-bar style handlebars. A patch holder's bike usually sports the Sons of Anarchy letters, the club's Grim Reaper logo, or the circled A club logo. In later seasons, several members switched to more touring-oriented models. For instance, Jax is often seen on a street glide. Prospects are not permitted to paint their bikes black until they get patched in. Jax is also seen driving a silver Dodge Ram 1500 throughout the show. His mother, Gemma Telemoro, is usually seen driving a Cadillac XLR-V and an Escalade. Later in Season 6 she is seen driving a Lincoln Navigator. All are painted black. Throughout Season 7 Jax is seen refurbishing his father's bike, a stock 1946 Harley-Davidson, equipped with the correct knucklehead motor and hardtail cradle frame. The bike which he rides in the Season 7 finale's last scenes is fitted with an Evolution motor and late-model swing-arm frame. The Mayans MC also ride Harley-Davidson motorcycles, panheads, shovelheads and Evolutions. The biggest difference between their bikes and the Sons lies in ape-hanger bars, fender skirts and bikes of all colors. Some members have day jobs in local industries. Most work at the Telemoro garage as mechanics and assist at the club's other business ventures, such as running security or accounting at the porn studios. However, they primarily make money by illegally importing weapons and selling them to various gangs, and making protection runs for local businesses by defending valuable truck shipments against hijacking. During Season 4 they start to mule cocaine for the Galindo cartel in exchange for cash and protection. Throughout the series, they also manage porn studios and an escort business in an attempt to earn legitimately. SAMCRO keeps meth traffickers and drug dealers out of Charming, which puts them at odds with the meth-distributing white supremacist Nordics, aka Nords, headed by Ernest Darby. This earns them respect and admiration from the townspeople, who believe the Sons do more to protect their town than its own police. SAMCRO also has to deal with a rival, Oakland-based motorcycle club Mayans led by Marcus Alvarez. Other groups in SAMCRO's orbit include the San Francisco-based Chinese mafia Lin Triad, led by Henri Lin, the Italian-American Kakutsa crime family, the Russian mob led by Viktor Putlova, the Real IRA, aka RIRA, of Ireland, which supplies them with illegal Russian-made guns, the 19ers, an African-American street gang to whom SAMCRO sell weapons, and various affiliates in the state prison system, where many members of the club have been incarcerated at one time or another. These gangs serve important roles in either being enemies of the clubs or soon to be partners with the MC to bring in more money. In the series premiere, the Mayans torch the facility the SAMCRO use for storing and assembling guns, forcing the club to buy land for and build another facility. The clubhouse is located on the compound that includes the Telemoro mechanic shop. The clubhouse itself includes a living area with multiple apartments, where members sometimes crash for the night, a fully operational bar, a pool table, a kitchen, a workout room, and the chapel, the SAMCRO meeting room with an elaborate redwood conference table that has a Reaper logo carved into the top, where the patched members meet to discuss club business and vote on major decisions. The club owns a secluded cabin in the woods that is often Piney's retreat, and a warehouse outside of town, which was bought from but is still maintained by club associate Elliot Oswald. where they have stored weapons and cocaine for the Galindo cartel. The club also rents an old soda fountain, candy shop that is used as the clubhouse in seasons 6 and 7 after the Telemoro shop and the original clubhouse were destroyed in an explosion. They also owned the warehouses out of which they ran their original porn studio, Luann Delaney's Cara Cara. They also spend time at Redwoody, the club's porn studio, and Diosa Norte, the club's 2 escort agencies. Sons of Anarchy has commonly been called Hamlet onto Harleys. Similar to Hamlet, Jax's father was usurped by his father's SAMCRO brother, who then married Jax's mother. There were also intermittent hints at an Oedipal complex between Jax and Gemma, reflecting 20th century interpretations of the relationship between Hamlet and his mother Queen Gertrude. Jax's murder of the innocent jury in season 7 mirrors Hamlet's murder of the innocent Polonius in that it ultimately leads to his downfall. Sutter has said of the Shakespeare element, "I don't want to overplay that, but it's there. It was Jax's father who started the club, so he's the ghost in the action. You wonder what he would have made of the way it turned out. It's not a version of Hamlet, but it's definitely influenced by it." Ron Perlman believed they were going to stick to the structure of Hamlet all the way to the end of the series. Quote, numerous episode titles refer to Hamlet, including, in the season 1 premiere, Gemma is shown cleaning Jax's house, and he notes that she is always cleaning. This behavior, combined with her ambitions and sometimes murderous machinations, have prompted some reviewers and commentators to liken her to Lady Macbeth. Production. The series was created by Kurt Sutter. Sutter was also the showrunner, the series' most prolific writer, and a regular director. He directed each season finale. Sutter had previously worked as an executive producer for the FX series The Shield. The Sons of Anarchy's other executive producers are father and son team Art Linson and John Linson. Jim Parriott served as an executive producer and writer for the first season only. Paris Barkley joined Sons of Anarchy as an executive producer in the 4th season, after directing episodes in the 1st and 2nd season. In addition to serving as executive producer in the 4th, 5th, and 6th seasons, Barkley directed 3 episodes each season, including the season 4 and 5 premieres, the top 2 highest-rated telecasts in the history of FX. Jack Lojudice served as a consulting producer and regular writer for the first season. He became co-executive producer for the 2nd season, then left the series to work on The Walking Dead. Dave Erickson also worked as a consulting producer for the 1st and 2nd seasons, and then took over as co-executive producer for the 3rd season. The series' other regular writers are supervising producer Chris Collins and co-producer Regina Corrado. Sean Rutherford joined as consulting producer for seasons 6 and 7. Sutter drew regular directors from The Shield, including Stephen K. Gwyneth Horder-Payton, Guy Ferland, and Billy Gearhart. Although Sons of Anarchy is set in Northern California's Central Valley, it was filmed primarily at Occidental Studios Stage 5A in North Hollywood. Main sets located there included the Clubhouse, St. Thomas Hospital, and Jax's house. The production rooms at the studio used by the writing staff doubled as the charming police station. External scenes were often filmed nearby in Sun Valley, Acton, California, and Tujunga. Interior and exterior scenes set in Northern Ireland during Season 3 were also filmed at Occidental Studios and surrounding areas. A second unit shot footage in Northern Ireland used in the 3rd season. Reception. Sons of Anarchy received very favorable reviews over the course of its run, with many singling out Katie Seagal's performance. On the review aggregator website Metacritic, the first season scored 68 100ths, the second season scored 86 100ths, the third season scored 84 100ths, the fourth season scored 81 100ths, the fifth season scored 72 100ths, The sixth season scored 74 100ths and the final season scored 68 100ths. In 2013, a collection of essays on the series was published. The first season received positive reviews from industry critics. It scored a 68 on Metacritic, indicating generally favorable reviews. Matthew Gilbert of the Boston Globe said the first season had real potential. The New York Times' Gina Beth Lavante spoke highly of the cast's acting ability, particularly Seagal's portrayal of Gemma. Brian Lowry of Variety gave a mixed review, admiring Sutter's creation of the club and the town of charming but observing the early episodes lacked direction. The second season saw a substantial increase in positive reviews. Writing for Chicago Tribune, Maureen Ryan called the second season engrossing. She elaborated that the pacing is better, the plotting is tighter, and commends Seagal and Perlman for their performances. Variety's Stuart Levine stated that the new season was compelling. He also complimented the acting skill of Perlman, Seagal, Hunnam and Sif. James Pannier-Vosick of Time called Seagal's performance devastatingly powerful, and named the series on his list of top 10 shows of 2009. In Alan Sepinwall's 2016 book titled TV, the book, which he co-wrote with Matt Zoller, cites, he included the second season of Sons of Anarchy in the section, A Certain Regard, where he praised how FTR working out a few kinks in the first season. Sutter nailed everything in season 2 inches. Some critics felt the third season was dragged down by the previous season's cliffhanger. James Pannier-Vosick of Time called the season 3 premiere breathtaking, and praised Seagal's performance with Holbrook. He later stated that Abel's disappearance helped return the show to its central problem, Jax's allegiance to the club. Entertainment Weekly's Ken Tucker agreed that Holbrook and Seagal's scenes were beautiful. He also commented that the series handled themes of loyalty and family especially well. Maureen Ryan commented that the third season divided critics and fans alike, suggesting the expanded Belfast cast made it harder for the audience to invest in the characters' journeys. Ryan later questioned the credibility of Hector Salazar's story, noting that he was inferior to other villainous characters such as Stahl, Zobel and Weston. However, she praised Ally Walker's performance, comparing her character to The Shield's Vic Mackey. Critic Alan Sepinwall said the season was interesting but uneven, noting that the plot gained traction in later episodes. Tim Goodman of The Hollywood Reporter said, Sutter should be applauded for shaking things up, calling the slower pace a creative necessity. Alan Sepinwall stated that the fourth season risked predictability by returning to a successful formula of storytelling, but he nonetheless preferred those episodes to those of season 3. Maureen Ryan reviewed the fourth season positively. She praised the addition of Lincoln Potter, played by Ray McKinnon, comparing the character's quality to that of Breaking Bad's antagonist, Gustavo Fring. The AV Club called the fourth season more focused and operatic. AV Club reviewer Zach Handlin was fond of the season but felt disappointed with the finale, saying it featured a lousy case of dictated convenience, of an arbitrary and unbelievable reveal used to shift characters around to where the writers want them to be for next season, as opposed to where they might land organically. However, the review did praise Charlie Hunnam's performance in the finale. Time said the fourth season was the strongest since season 2, but the show needed to end sooner rather than later. Time also agreed that the finale's contrivances were sometimes too visible, stating, "It's the principle. You can only turn up alive at your own funeral so many times before it starts to lose its impact." Season 5 received favorable reviews and has a rating of 72 on the review aggregator site Metacritic. Ken Tucker of Entertainment Weekly praised the series by calling it a richly detailed portrait of self-righteous villainy. Season 6 received generally favorable reviews and scored a 74 out of 100 on Metacritic. Season 7 received generally favorable reviews and scored a 68 out of 100 on Metacritic. The seventh season's premiere on September 9, 2014 received the highest ratings in the series' history. The episode was watched by 6.20 million viewers. Sons of Anarchy was nominated for Outstanding Achievement in Drama at the 2010 TCA Awards. Katie Sagal received the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress Television Series Drama at the 68th Golden Globe Awards for her role in the third season. She also received a nomination for a 2010 Satellite Award in the category of Best Actress Television Series Drama, as well as a TCA nomination for the Individual Achievement in Drama. Sons of Anarchy Season 5 received a Screen Crusher Award for having the best TV series in 2012. Also in 2012, Paris Barclay was nominated for an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Direction in a Drama Series for his direction of the Season 4 premiere bout. In 2013, Rockman Dunbar won an NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series for his portrayal of Sheriff Eli Roosevelt. For the 5th Critics' Choice Television Awards, Charlie Hunnam received a nomination for Best Actor in a Drama Series and Walton Goggins received a nomination for Best Guest Performer in a Drama Series for the 7th season. Music. 3 EP soundtracks have been released by 20th Century Fox Records on iTunes, featuring songs from each series. The first 5-song EP, entitled Sons of Anarchy, North Country EP, was released on September 8, 2009 and featured the full version of the Emmy Award-nominated theme song, This Life. A second 5-song EP, entitled Sons of Anarchy, Shelter EP, was released on November 24, 2009, while a third 6-song EP, entitled Sons of Anarchy, The King Is Gone EP, was released on November 23, 2010. In November 2011, selected highlights from the EPs and new tracks were released in Songs of Anarchy. Music from Sons of Anarchy Seasons 14, followed up by Sons of Anarchy, Songs of Anarchy Volume 2 released in November 2012, Sons of Anarchy, Songs of Anarchy Volume 3 released in December 2013, and Sons of Anarchy, Songs of Anarchy Volume 4 released in February 2015. Other media. In 2013, Boom Studios began publishing a Sons of Anarchy comic book. As of September 2015, 25 issues have been published. Issue 25 is the final issue. A new comic book prequel, Sons of Anarchy, Redwood Original, was released on August 3, 2016. Sons of Anarchy, Bratva, the first in a planned series of SOA novels to be written by Christopher Golden, was published in 2014. A prequel series, detailing the origin of the club, is planned. Sutter stated in an August 2014 interview that the prequel would focus on the first 9 members of the club and be set around the time of the Vietnam War. He added that the prequel would likely consist of a miniseries or maybe 10 episodes or 2 8-episode seasons. At the conclusion of the prequel, Sutter plans to release John Teller's manuscript, titled The Life and Death of SAMCRO. Sons of Anarchy. The Prospect was an episodic adventure video game developed by Silverback Games and published by Orpheus Interactive. The game was originally slated to have 10 episodes and to be released on Microsoft Windows, OS X, iOS, and Android. The first episode was released on February 1, 2015 for iOS only, and was met with mixed reviews, but has not seen an update since. And, although a season pass is being offered, no further episode was ever released. On April 7, 2016, refunds were issued to everyone who purchased the game or the season pass, and the game had been removed from the App Store. Despite the apparent cancellation and refunds, the game's publisher has not officially said anything about the development state of the 9 unreleased episodes. Silverback Games has distanced themselves from the project, claiming to be just a consultant, and having no knowledge of the state of the game or of Orpheus. Interactive. A Sons of Anarchy game was originally planned to be developed by a studio of Rockstar Games for PC and console platforms, but was cancelled shortly after in 2012. Another video game based on Sons of Anarchy was announced in February 2014, confirmed for mobile platforms in August, and the name Sons of Anarchy. The prospect revealed in December of that year. The game was set to have never-before-seen graphics for mobile devices, but failed to deliver those when the first episode was launched on February 1, 2015. As of May 11, 2016, a spin-off series was in the works titled Mayans Monsieur C. The pilot began shooting in March 2017. Directed by Sutter from a script he co-wrote with Elgin James. Mayans Monsieur C. takes place 2.5 years after the events of Sons of Anarchy and is set hundreds of miles away in the fictional California border town of Santo Padre. The series focuses on the struggles of Ezequiel "EZ" Reyes, a prospect in Mayans motorcycle club charter based on the U.S.-Mexico border. EZ is the gifted son of a proud Mexican family, whose American dream was snuffed out by cartel violence. On February 13, 2017, Edward James Olmos was attached to star as EZ's father Felipe Reyes, the family's once-strong Mexican patriarch. The series features appearances from characters from Sons of Anarchy, including Marcus Lavarez, Emilio Rivera, Happy Lohman, David LaBrava, an uncredited appearance in the pilot from Katie Siegel portraying Gemma Teller, among a few others. On January 5, 2018, FX picked up the series with an order of 10 episodes, which premiered on September 4, 2018. On October 1, 2018, it was announced that FX had renewed the series for a second season which is set to premiere on September 3, 2019. Broadcast. Sons of Anarchy premiered in Australia on the Showcase in 2009. In New Zealand, it appeared on TV3 on October 20, 2010 and, it has been announced, it is moving to the box. In the UK, the show premiered on 5 USA in 2009, before being dropped after the 6th season. In the UK and Ireland, the show will air in its entirety on Spike from April 2015. In the Republic of Ireland, the show aired on RT2 from 2009. In Canada, it premiered on Super Channel on October 20, 2008. In India, Season 6 began airing on Star World Premiere on September 26, 2013. In 2018, Universo announced an October 29, 2018 premiere of Sons of Anarchy Season 3 in Spanish. The show was made available on Netflix in 2011. But all seasons were removed from Netflix on December 1, 2018.